Hello, in this lesson, can you learn how to solve simultaneous equations using the substitution method? So for example, let's say you have a set of equations like this. You have 4x minus 2y equals to 16 and x plus 3y equals to 11. So the first thing you note from these equations is that they have two unknowns, x and y. So to solve this using substitution, this is how we go about it. Me copy them first here in my board. The first one was 4x minus 2y is equals to 16. Let's call that equation 1. And then we had the second one, which is x plus 3y is equals to 11. X plus 3y is equals to 11. Let's call this equation 2. So the first thing we do is we need to write one of these unknowns in terms of the other. And in my case, the easiest one to write in terms of the other here is x in the second equation, because this x, you see, it doesn't have any value here. So it is very easy to write it in terms of y. So I can write it like this. X is equals to 11. Then since this 3y here was added, when I move it to the other side, now it becomes a subtraction. So we have x is equals to 11 minus 3y from the second equation. So we go then to the first equation, and every place we have x, we replace with 11 minus 3y, the one we substituted from the second equation. So if I start in the first equation, I have 4. As you see, this is x, so it's like 4 multiplied by x, but we already know x is 11 minus 3y. We got from the second equation. Then minus this 2y here is equals to 16, like that. Then I can open the brackets here, where I say 4 multiplied by 11 is 44, minus 4 multiplied by 3y will be 12y, then minus this 2y is equals to 16, like that. Then, since this 44 doesn't have an unknown, I can move it to the other side, and then here I remain with negative 12 minus 2y, which will be negative 14y is equals to 16. Since this 44 here was 100, I move it to the other side, it becomes a subtraction, like that. So it becomes minus 14y is equals to 16 minus 44 is negative 28. Then I divide each side by negative 14 to get the value of y. So I am dividing by negative 14 and here by negative 14 to get the value of y. So y becomes negative 28 divided by negative 14. The negative goes with this one. Then 28 divided by 14 is 2. So the value of y is 2. But then, what is the value of x? We already knew x from the second equation was 11 minus 3y. So I can say x is equals to 11 minus 3, but we already know y is 2. So minus 3 multiplied by 2, because here it is 3y. So it becomes x is equals to 11 minus 6, which becomes 5. So the solution for these two equations is x is equals to 5 and y is equals to 2. And that's how we use substitution to solve simultaneous equations. Can we do another example? Here we are given 2y is equals to 6x plus 4, then x plus y is equals to 10. Let me copy them in my board. Here, 2y is equals to 6x plus 4 is equals to 6x plus 4, then x plus y is equals to 10. X plus y is equals to 10. Let me call this equation 1, then this equation 2. So the first thing we do is write one of the unknowns in terms of the other. And as you can see, we still have two unknowns. Here we have x and y, and also here x and y. So since here y is easy to write in terms of x, I can say y is equals to this 10 minus this x, because x on this side was harder, so I take it to the other side, I subtract. Then I go to equation 1, and every place I have y, I will replace with 10 minus x. So in the first one here, we have 2, but we have y here, so 10 minus x is equals to 6x plus 4. Then 2 multiplied by 10 is 20, I'm opening the brackets, minus 2 by x, which is minus 2x, is equals to 6x plus 4. From there, I can group the right terms together. So I can take x here and then 20 on the other side. So it becomes minus 2x minus 6x, because here x was positive, is equals to 4 minus 20, because 20 on this side was positive, so on the other side it becomes negative. So minus 2x minus 6 becomes minus 8x is equals to 4 minus 20 is 16. So x is negative 16, sorry. So x is equals to negative 16 divided by this negative 8, so that we get the value of x. So it becomes 2, because this negative goes with this one, then 16 divided by 8 is 2. So now that we know the value of x, we can find the value of y. And we already know y is equals to 10 minus x from here. So y is equals to 10 minus x is 2. So it becomes y is equals to 8. So the solution for this equation is x is equals to 2 and y is equals to 8. On these practice questions, can you try question 1? But before that, can we try question 2? Let us solve question 2. Where we have 4y is equals to 8x plus 12. 4y is equals to 8x plus 12. 8x plus 12, we call it equation 1. And then we have 2x plus y is equals to 15. 2x plus y is equals to 15. I will call it equation 2. So the first step, as usual, is to find one of the unknowns. We write it in terms of the other. Since we still have two unknowns, x and y, we can write any of them in terms of the other. And when I check from this equation 2, I realize that it is easy to write y in terms of x, because I will not have to divide with anything, since y doesn't have any value here. So I can say y is equals to 15 minus 2x, because when I take this positive 2x on the other side, it becomes negative. Then from there, I replace on the first equation, every place I have y, I'll replace with 15 minus 2x. So the first one I have y is 4 into 15 minus 2x is equals to 8x plus 12, like that. So I open the brackets. 4 multiplied by 15 is 60, minus 4 multiplied by 2 is 8, so 8x is equals to 8x plus 12, like that. Then I group like terms together. Then when I take this 8 on the other side, it becomes minus 8x, and then minus 8x again, because this one was positive, is equals to this 12 minus 60, because 60 was positive. So minus 8x minus 8x is minus 16x, then 12 minus 6, negative 48. Then I divide every side with negative 16 so that I get the value of x, and the value of x becomes x is equals to negative 48 divided by 16, that what negative goes with that term. 48 divided by 16 is 3. So since I have the value of x, I can find the value of y, but I already know y is equals to 15 minus 2x. So y is equals to 15 minus 2, but I know x is 3, so it becomes y is equals to 15 minus 6, which is 9. So the solution for this question is x is equals to 3 and y is equals to 9. Can you again try question 3 and question 5? Then let us solve question 4 as our final question. So we have 2x minus y is equals to, and 3y is equals to 6x minus 9. So we call the first one, of course, equation 1, and then the second one, equation 2. So I want to write one of these unknowns in terms of the other. We have been writing the unknowns from equation 2. This time round, can we try to write one of the unknowns from equation 1? And as you can see here, we have y, which is a bit easy to write in terms of x, because we don't have any value here to divide, so it's very easy to write y in terms of x. So I can say from equation 1, negative y is equals to 1. Then I take 2x on the other side. 2x here was positive, so when it goes to the other side, it becomes minus 2x. But you see, this is negative y. It is not y. And as we want to have y written in terms of x, not negative y. So what we do, we can multiply this full equation with negative 1 so that we get y. And then when I multiply everything with negative 1, then it means this negative 1 here multiplied by negative y, it will be positive y is equals to positive 1 multiplied by negative 1 becomes negative 1. Then positive 2x multiplied by negative 1, it becomes positive 2x, like that. So I can write it like this: y is equals to 2x minus 1. And just interchanged. The positive comes first, then the negative on the other side. So from there, we can take this whole solution for y, and then we replace it on equation 2. Can note that the equation we write the unknown in terms of the other is not the one we solve to get the value. Now we go to the next equation to solve so that we can get the value of that unknown. So in this case, since we have got y from equation 1, now we substitute it in equation 2. So it becomes 3, but we already know y is 2x minus 1, like that, is equals to 6x minus 9, like that. So here it becomes 3 by 2 is 6x, minus 3 multiplied by 1 is negative 3, is equals to 6x minus 9, like that. So if I take this 6 on the other side, it is 6x minus 6x, this taken to the other side, is equals to negative 9, this one. Then I take 3 on the other side, which will be plus 3. So it becomes 6x minus 6x is 0, is equals to minus 3, minus 9 plus 3 is negative 6. So I want you to note something here. You see, on this side, we are trying to solve for x, so that once we get the value of x, we can replace here and get the value of y. But then, in this case, we got this side to be 0, meaning the unknown x had no definite solution. So, if you get a solution like this, what it means is these two equations are parallel. These are parallel lines look like this. Parallel lines are lines which will never meet. However much you extend or extrapolate them, they will never meet. And in this case, the equations have no solution. And that's why you see we reach at this point here, where we get 0 is equals to -6, something which you can go beyond that because 0 is not an unknown, so you can't use -6 to solve for y. So in case you come across a problem like this, you need to conclude that these two equations are parallel. If you don't understand the logic of parallel lines, you can review my previous lessons on equations of straight lines and parallel lines. Then you'll understand there in my channel. Bye for now. Let us meet in the next lesson.